So I just want to title this, You're Not Crazy. And this is really for, I guess, what you would call the chosen ones or the obedient followers of Yahuwah. So Yahuwah, God, he wants us to be obedient. He wants us to be holy and righteous. And it says in his word to be childlike. So when you think about children, they're innocent, they forgive quick, they don't hold grudges, they're genuinely happy and filled with joy, they're innocent, and they're not committing the sins that adults commit. You know, they're not harboring hate, they get over things really quickly, they make amends. They're not bitter or jealous for long. Even if they exhibit some of those characteristics, they don't last long. And basically, you're not crazy if you feel like you're being targeted, or there's things that are, there's a succession of events or bad things happening to you, because that is the enemy trying to bait you. He gets fuel from our sin. So when we resist the devil, he has to flee. So when we start becoming aware of the traps that he's setting, and he's setting traps based on our handicaps or our flaws. So if you get angry easily, he's going to do things to try to trigger your anger. If you lust women easily, he's going to try to make ads pop up on your phone or put you in situations where you may look too long, or you may start fantasizing or lusting. And he will use any and everybody that he can, especially anybody that's doing his will. Because if they're doing his will, then he's already got them trapped. And that's what he's doing. He's trying to bait and trap you. And this is a really good book. I recommend it. It's called The Bait of Satan by John Bevere. I'm only like 5-6 chapters into it, but it's just confirmation for me, because I've been going through this for a while. Actually, we've all been going through our whole life. But as you start to draw closer to the truth, to Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus, what the world calls Jesus, Yahushua HaMashiach, when you start to get into his word and you start to study him and understand how pure, holy, and righteous that he is, and you want to implement that, you want to implement his teachings, and you want to embody who he is and be a representative of his kingdom and who he is here on earth, the enemy is going to try to attack you as much as possible. And it's 24/7. So if you're doing a decent job of battling it and avoiding it in the daytime or during waking hours, when you go to sleep, he's going to try to attack you as well. So that's why we have to pray without ceasing, because he's always waiting for you to let your guard down so that he can attack you. It's just like a boxing or an MMA match. He's going to constantly try to attack you. It's about mental real estate. You have to really be fully conscious and aware of the thoughts that you are thinking. And just like a couple of thoughts or a few thoughts could lead you into a succession of negative thinking, it only takes a few positive thoughts to get you into a succession of positive thinking. And so this battle is going on all day long, and these demons are around you, constantly waiting for you to slip up so they can try to attack you. And they're waiting, they gang up on you. So they try to set up a couple of circumstances or a couple of events back to back so they can try to attack you all at once. Your phone's ringing, somebody's knocking on your door, somebody starts talking to you at the same time, somebody drives by blaring their music. It's always a bum rush. They always try to gang up on you and attack you all at once to get you to slip up. And you have to be calm in those moments. Remember, be still, know that I am God, or be still, know that I am Yahuwah. I am the Alpha and Omega. Yahuwah is so wonderful, because you have to think he's controlling everything. All these people that are around us, their heart's beating, their lungs are breathing. I mean, Yahuwah is in control of all of this simultaneously, all at the same time. He's a multi-functioning, multi-dimensional, all-powerful, omniscient creator, and he's in full control of everything. And when you begin to realize that there's no coincidences and everything there's an answer for everything down to the smallest detail. No matter what decision you make, Yahuwah always has an answer for that, and probably has even anticipated it because he knows you better than you know yourself. And everybody's different. Everybody has quirks and certain characteristics and things that make them that make them unique how they are. And he's fully capable of guiding and correcting your life at any moment. And that's why it's just good to have constant communication with him. We're thinking nonstop anyways. So once you just come into the habit of knowing that he's monitoring every single thought that you have, he already knows what you're going to be thinking next Tuesday at 4:32 and 22 seconds. You know what I mean? So everything is known to him. It's just amazing. I mean, he deserves praise for eternity. And I know there's been times in my life where I've been under such confusion and attack and depression, repression, and just getting beat up by the enemy so much that I lash out and attack him. But one thing that I've realized, all of those moments, he's always loved me. He's been so patient with me. But in all of those moments, it's really just me. It's just a lack of understanding. We don't need to know everything to know how things work. I mean, you flip the light switch and the lights come on. So you just have to know that although we don't know everything, we have to trust him because he really is a good God. He really is a good creator because he's created everything that we're already experiencing right now. The trees giving life. I mean, the trees producing oxygen, and us carbon dioxide, which is the breath for the trees, and so it's just amazing. It's just amazing to know that everything's really taken care of, and he's just really waiting for us to be obedient. We've all sinned, but if you look back at your life, you know that before you sinned, there was always a hesitance. Before you had sex, or before you did drugs, or before you committed any type of sin, before you yelled at someone in anger or something, there's always been a slight pause. Even if it was like a nanosecond or whatever it is, there's always, and he'll reaffirm that and bring that back to your memory. So just be fully aware. We have to remain sober and vigilant, and it's really not about our will, it's about his will, because he wants the best for us. We don't know everything to make the correct decisions at every moment. So that's why we have to surrender and submit, and it does work out for the greater good and for our good in the end.